Today I'm going to do a little experiment. Now I've had my Kenevo for a good few months and it's got the 700 watt-hour battery, but I've never actually ridden the battery on a regular kind of cross-country trail style ride right till the very end. So I'm really intrigued as to how far you can actually go. I'm going to do as many miles as I can. I've got loads of weight on me. I've got my backpack with my camera and I weigh about 92 kilograms. Water bottle, 25 kilo bike, 700 watt-hour battery. I'm going to leave it in just the stock factory default mode that's Specialized set on mission control, and I'm only going to use it in trail mode. So there's a turbo mode that uses more battery power and an eco mode underneath, but just for the most amount of like fun, bang for buck, I'm going to use it in trail mode. See how far we can go, hit some little jumps and stuff, any little features. I'm just going to go and explore, and any little things that I find I'm just going to try and ride. Now the range is so different for everybody, so this is not scientific at all. It's just so dependent on things like tyre pressure, tyres, the mode that you're in, the weight, the weather, the kind of terrain that you're tackling. So don't read into this too scientifically. It's just a good fun range test, and come with me and explore the area and we'll see how far I can get out of basically a 180mm travel super slack mini downhill / enduro bike, 180mm boxer fork, which is a triple clamp fork, which is so stiff. I thought it'd be way overkill on a bike like this, but actually I'm getting on quite well with it. This is the Expert, so it comes with a triple clamp, and then the 700 watt-hour battery just in the down tube. Do it all kind of bomber, and that's what I'm going to discover today, how far you can actually ride. And I've got like a 2.6 tyre on the back with around 26-27 psi and a 2.6 proper mud tyre. I mean, check out this is not a tyre for cross country, but it's going to have to do for today, and it's good for this kind of wet slop that we got. Anyway, enough chatter, let's go around, get some miles on this bad boy. Whatever you want to call this bike, it's a long travel slack kind of enduro downhill bike. It's easy to pedal and climb, so it's got a nice long wheelbase. And you can get your weight really far forward, so it climbs really well. Chain stays around 455. But then you can just head into like little tough sections like this. Oh. We have got, I've only done 1.2 kilometers, 95% battery, doing 5-6 kilometers an hour, 35% support, been riding only 11 minutes, so right at the very beginning of the ride. Let's go and find some trails. Oh, hello. Had a little visitor there. Oh, classic UK. It was like sunny, blue sky, literally 10 minutes ago. And now it's like gale force. You might not even be able to hear me, but it's windy. My hands are freezing. It's raining. Oh, I cannot moan, I'm outside riding my bike. I've got to keep reminding myself of that. All right, it's a nice little trail, tiny little one here. None of these are like official trails or anything, they're just community built. And that's what I love about just exploring and having no real agenda other than trying to find how far you can travel. That you just find some nice little trails to hit. Oh, branches down, it's been quite windy. One of the cool things just about coming out and riding is you can find loads of little places, little trails. If you just go out with no agenda and just go and explore, like this here has been built by, I don't know, just like locals really, and it's just a little gully. You can blast down from over there, and there's a little kind of kicker there. I mean, I am not the best jumper in the world. I'm no Chris Smith, but I do like to come out and practice it, so we'll come from a burn up down there, hit this little kicker and try and get some air. That was good fun. little jump section. Fuck, did you hear that? You know, I told you it's an army training area around here. It's like planes flying around, bombs dropping just over there. That was loud. Could feel the bass in my chest for that bomb. I think they're only blanks, hopefully. All right, I've done literally 2 miles so far, so this range test is not going well, but I just thought it's nice finding new little bits, isn't it? I've done these before, but you never know until you kind of come exploring what you're actually going to find. Whoa, that back slipped out. I hit the trails for a few more miles, finding some of my local single track, some stuff I knew and some stuff that I'd never discovered before. The wind is blowing right in my face. I'm going uphill. I'm probably caning the battery. This part of this trail that I'm on the Kenevo, it's actually quite difficult because the trees, they're so close together, and the Kenevo's bars are 800mm and there's probably 5mm each side with the like the ends of the grips. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, whew, and it's so slippy. Do not enjoy cycling on the road. Down by the canal, where this will be flat as a pancake. Damn, that is low, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Now, one of the things that made me start my e-bike channel was to try and help motivate people to get outside, because I worked in technology for many, many years, and we have an epidemic at the moment with, and I'm totally guilty of it, of being on my phone way too much, like way too much. And ironically, I have a YouTube channel and a social media accounts and all that kind of stuff. But actually, I feel at my best when I'm outside with friends, ideally, but just a social ride is amazing. It's such a good tonic. Or just getting out by yourself and exploring the great outdoors. If this kind of stuff, an e-bike, the channel, whatever, helps motivate people to get outside and explore and stay fit and healthy and, you know, feel good, then as far as I'm concerned, that is job done, because it makes me feel so good getting outside and doing this kind of stuff. And hopefully, if I can inspire 1, 2, 10 people or whatever to get outside today and ride their bike and just have that sensation of feel good, release those endorphins and that sense of achievement of getting outside and doing something, it's really unbeatable. So one thing to note, when the batteries are cold, they don't last as long, a bit like me really when I'm cold. Now maybe it's like 10%, it's not like super cold, it's like 6 degrees or something like that, so it's not massively freezing, but it is still chilly, and I reckon we'll lose maybe 5, maybe 10%. Maybe it will degrade that amount, I'm not too sure. If you do, if you're a battery expert or a chemical expert, let me know in the comments. But I've noticed when it's cold on all my devices, my cameras, everything, the battery does never last as long. Hey, so found SWINLEY, got here. Conditions have been pretty brutal on the ground, to be fair. There's been a little bit of road, like, I don't know, 3-4 kilometers, a lot of single track, gravelly kind of paths, and a lot of really swampy, kind of really muddy, just disgusting. Ugh. I mean, look at the state of my bike. Bike's covered, I'm covered, but I'm not too fussed about that. But that does have quite an impact on the range. Obviously I've got like big heavy tyres, downhill casing, Hillbilly, I'm carrying loads of luggage, and it's super muddy. It's been really windy as well and cold, so conditions for this type of test are really unfavourable. Yeah. I tell you what, you've got to sling the Kenevo around here. Oh. This trail's not been open for ages. This is called Red 15. Looks like they've built some new little berms down here as well. It's pretty cool. I do like this little trail. It's only a kind of short one, but it's got these kind of sketchy little routes just over here, down there. Nothing massive, but still, it's good to get away from the road. And the cars, man, just breathe in all their diesel and fumes and all that crap. So let's go for a burn. As we started heading into the late afternoon and I could see the sun drop in, I was actually quite disappointed with the range that I had at this point. I only had 24 miles on the clock and around 20% of the battery. But then I thought to myself, well, this bike is not built for long distances. It's not the most efficient bike, and actually I'd been out all day riding. And if this was a regular ride, I would have used Eco far more, which is way more efficient on the battery. It's been one of those days where, you know, when you wake up and you look outside and you think, oh God, I really don't want to do it. It's cold, it's wet, it's windy, it's winter. But then once you're out, you just feel alive, don't you? You know, your heart's pounding, your adrenaline is flowing, and you're just like at one with a bike and just having a good time. Solo is brilliant, doing it with mates is even better. The sun is going down in SWINLEY. Look at that view, man. It just looks so good. I'm so glad I came out. You can tell the battery voltage drops off after you get under 20%. It starts dipping, so your power level, your assistance level provided by the motor is much, much lower. So you're not getting that full kind of whack. It feels like it's just above Eco. Now, I've not touched the mode controller all day. I've kept it in the factory default. I just wanted to see what it was like with the specialized recommended settings in trail mode. You could get much more out of Eco, obviously, but I just wanted to try it in trail. I figured the majority of people will be riding in trail, and it gives you that kind of baseline. There she is, one bar, one red bar, and I've got about 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers maybe to get back. So how did we do on this unscientific, ridiculous battery test that's relevant to pretty much no one other than me in my conditions? Well, I ended up on 28 miles, 28 and a bit miles until the battery was fully done. So there you go. Take of it what you will, and I'm sure your results will be different, but I hope you liked the video, and I will catch up with you all soon.